Welcome back, all my Minecrafting friends. It is time for the episode 4 player update of the December 2015 Minecraft Hardcore Challenge. And that is Trapped in the Nether. Something going on here with realms. Okay, so let's get to the list. Outfoxed. Yeah, there's a noise there. Okay, let's turn this down a little bit. Let's see, what is it? Here we go, sounds. Can anyone even tell a difference? Well, there. Safe from zombies. So, let's see. Outfoxed. Outfoxed has no food. He's on the search for mushrooms. He found a few mushrooms and he decided to make a mushroom growing room so he can grow mushrooms, and he's bone mealing trees. Next we have Ron Smalek. Ron Smalek is collecting quartz. If you remember right, he's doing the role play where he's the Martian stranded on Mars. So he worked on a spaceship, got it looking pretty good. His potatoes grew, so that's kind of like the movie. And then he went off looking for a fortress so that he can get some fuel rods. Okay, next we have John Fall 92. John Fall 92 has a very nice tree farm. He explored the fortress for a little while, then he went out and collected some quartz and some glowstone, and then he worked on the floor. He's making a floor. Okay. Next we have Technoscribe, Momo, and Frank. That's Mom of Miners and Frank and Honest. Anyway, they're all still 3 alive, which is kind of cool this far into the challenge. They made a nice farm. One of their trees grew. They did some fortress exploration, and Technoscribe stepped into lava, but she survived, just barely. So watch out for that lava, or you could end up in your own game over video. Next we have Colony. Colony's large team. They collected quartz, collected glowstone. Mom of Miners is also in that one, and she got down to half of a heart in there. They made graves for their fallen players. Next we have Velk. Velk is pushing pigmen off of cliffs. You know, the place where you spawn into the Nether there has got some nice cliffs, and he just pushes the pigmen right off. He collected some quartz. He finished up his full iron armor, so he's set for armor now. He did some tunneling and got into some lava and died, so that was a bummer. I don't remember if he got into the lava while he was tunneling. I think it probably was, or if he did it outside of the tunnel. But anyway, yes, Velka's dead in episode 4. We'll see you back in January. Yeah. Next we have the solo world of Ong Ong. He is also in the colony, but he died in the colony. But in the solo world, he's hanging in there. He cooked some potatoes. He found another fortress. In this fortress, he found chests. In the chests, he found gold and diamonds. He killed some magma slimes and got magma cream. At one point, he was down to 2.5 hearts, and Scody holed it until he regened a little bit. Next we have the King Crafter. The King Crafter is a new player this month, and he's doing really well. He started out by doing some tunneling, then he found a fortress. He stepped into lava, but he survived. He went up to the top of the Nether and used a minecart to get on top of the Nether, on top of the bedrock. So now he's up there. He doesn't have a way back down, but fortunately he brought a lot of supplies with him, a lot of blocks, and maybe he can... Oh, he can't grow trees because he doesn't have any dirt or any saplings, but he started making a house out of netherrack, and he's making a pigman spawner. I don't know how that's going to work, but can't wait to find out. Next we have Grandma's Gone Gaming. Her trees are growing. She's making a gas shield to keep the gas from shooting her base. Her crops are growing well. So good job, Grandma. Next we have Box. Box is making a house, and he's also making a quartz slab yard. He said he's turning the quartz into slabs so that it looks like snow, and he is putting that all around his house so that it looks like he's got snow in the Nether, which is kind of crazy, but yes, that's how it works. Okay, so now next we have J-Gaz Mom. J-Gaz Mom did some decorating. She's having some farm problems. I'm not really sure what the problem is, whether it's a lack of light or lack of headroom, but those are the only two factors involved in farming in the Nether, is sufficient light, sufficient headroom. So next we have Baker Bell. This is in her solo world. In her what's it called? In her Load Central. She's also in Load Central team, but in her solo world, she went looking for a fortress. She collected some glowstone. She got lost. She found her way back home. Did not find a fortress, and she did some bridging across lava. Hopefully that works out. Next we have the team of Piker Eyes, Scotty Garbitas, and Optimus 1971. If you remember, Optimus died last episode, so it's just Piker Eyes and Scotty. They packed up their stuff and left the fortress that they were in. They found another fortress, or the other end of the same fortress. It could be, it's a really large fortress, so they might have just left and found another part of the same one. They explored a little bit, and then they went back outside. And I think they're going to build a base outside of the fortress in the open of the Nether. Next we have a Minecraft Master. He is started out his episode by playing with ghasts. Then he went exploring his fortress. While he was in his fortress, he was playing with blazes. He found some chests, and in the chests he found 6 obsidian. And I think he's going to keep looking for obsidian until he has enough to make a portal back, which is within the rules. I mean, this month is called Trapped in the Nether, and in the beginning, first day, you actually are trapped in the Nether, but that doesn't mean that you have to stay trapped in the Nether. If you can get yourself back to the overworld, you know, that's up to you. That's up to you. Next we have Digger Dad. Digger Dad, his farm is growing slowly. He collected some quartz and some glowstone, but his trees are growing well. He has a nice tree farm. Next we have Load Central. Load Central went exploring their fortress. Oh, time for you guys to burn up. Yes, he was exploring his fortress. No, Load Central is a team, and they were exploring the fortress, and one of them was running away from a blaze or something, and jumped off the edge of the fortress and into the lava lake below. So that was Dan. Dan did not survive. which means that the Load Central team now is just the 3 girls left. That's all. All the guys are dead. So we'll see what the girls can do on their own. They made 2 grave sites for the fallen men on their team, and they also made flower pots and put flowers in them and put them around. Next we have Johnny Raichu. Johnny Raichu found a fortress, found chests in the fortress, found diamonds in the chest. He was having fun with blazes. He's trying to get he got a wither skull from killing a wither skeleton, and he decided his new goal is going to be to make a wither boss. Now, I don't know if he's got all the materials you need for a wither boss. I mean, I know he's only got 1 skull so far, and he needs 2 more of those, okay, which you have to kill a lot of wither skeletons to get 2 more of those. But even if he gets those, has he got the other blocks that he needs for making the boss? I'm not sure. Well, stay tuned to Johnny Raichu and we'll find out. Finally, we have Hawk Miner. Hawk Miner got a ghast tear early in his episode, and of course the only way to get a ghast tear is by killing a ghast. He found a fortress. He went exploring in the fortress. He found chests, and he found diamonds in the chests. And he's also shows that blazes at long range have very bad aim. So, if you're not real close to the blaze, if you're, like at the edge of their range, and you just stand still, chances are they will just shoot around you. So, in my episode, I found the fortress. Well, I bridged over the lava. I found the fortress. I didn't die while tunneling. I did a little exploring in the fortress until I found one of the main rooms, with the little lava thing in the middle, and I blocked that off and started turning that into my base, and I'm digging the floor out to make it tall enough to grow trees in it, and that's how I'm doing on my episode 4. So, GG, Dan, and Velk, this episode 4. We'll see how everyone does in episode 5. This is Mike Deering signing out.